Oh, now what? Hey, thanks for dropping by Cant Let Her Die DIY. If you found this video, you found this channel, you must be having trouble with your chainsaw. That's what this is. It's a Husqvarna 550 XP chainsaw. It's about 10 years old, and guess what? I just pulled the pull cord, and I pulled the cord right out. That's what happens after 10 years, apparently. We can't let this die. No way. We got to cut a lot of wood, especially with the prices of heating oil right now. You probably have the same issue. Got to fix this. I got to get back in the woods. Why don't you go back, throw on your old clothes. I'll throw on my old clothes. Meet me back here in 5 minutes. We'll tear this down. I'll show you how to load that spring in there, get the new pull cord going. I even got a bar. I'll throw a bar on, show my chainsaw a little bit of love. You got this. Okay, I've got the saw on my workbench here. Check it out. We got to take this cover off to access the pull cord wheel. So this cover right here is held on by 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've removed these 3, loosened them up with the tool that Husqvarna comes with the saw. It's an Allen wrench. So there's one left to do. It's not on very tight, so take a mental note of how tight that was. Not tight at all. Don't over tighten when you put it back on. So let's screw this down and see what we got underneath here. This has never been on. I bought this saw new. I've done all the work on it. It's been a great saw. Nothing's been wrong with it. 10 years later, the pull cord just kind of rotted out, I guess. That kind of happens. Let's see. Let's take a look. As you can see, I do not clean very often. They say you should clean your saw after every use. Yeah, right. Like, who does that? No one. So that's what we got right there. There's where the cord goes in. It goes into the wheel right there. That's where it broke. And that's what we got. Now there's a internal spring on the other side of this white disc here, and it causes that pull cord to retract. Turn it this way, I can feel that spring working, right? So it'll come back to that position. So that's the good news. I have not broken the spring on this wheel. It's just the cord gave way. Now I went down to the Husqvarna dealer and to get a new pull cord, and I wanted to make sure I got the exact pull cord, because you don't want it to stretch. You want it to be the same diameter around there, and this is what it gave me. And I was like, that's not the same one. It doesn't even look the same. But guess what? If you back this up, take a look at that. It is the same one. There it is. That's what it looks like new, and that's what it looks like after 10 years. So I got the right cord, which is very important. I got the right size, right measurement, right? I can go by the old one, and you want to do everything exactly the way the manufacturer had that. So it would be about an inch and a half past there where it broke. So we're talking right there. We got to leave a little bit to make a knot, say about there. Now this is the old pull cord. This failed after 10 years. I cut about 10 cord of wood a year, 10 times 10, 100 cord, and it failed. It caused me problems. We don't like it. It failed after 10 years. It is destined for the dump. Stand back. I fired up the incinerator over there, and this is going into the incinerator because we don't like it. It failed. And I love that. Gone. So I got out the old cord, and I noticed I tried to fish this cord in through here, and it seems like it'll get in there, but it seems like the most narrowest part of that hole is right there. So I think the best way is to go backwards. Start over here where it's most narrow, where I can get a tool to push it through, and we'll try it that way. because it's quite problematic to go the other way. So we'll go this way. This, yeah, that's easy. I see other people are trying to go the other way and they have a lot of problems. There's no need to. Oh yeah, that's super easy. So that's the way. That is so much easier. I tried 2 or 3 times to go this way. Just go that way. Here. And Bob's your uncle. Look at that. Done deal. That is simple. Easy. You got this. Make a very sturdy knot so this never happens. This doesn't pull through. I think just one is good. That's not going to pull through. There. We're going to get rid of the frayed end just to make it pretty, because we're doing a video. Otherwise you don't have to. There. Just because it's fun to play with fire. Now see if that knot fits in there nicely. Yeah, it's quite big, eh? But when you pull that, it'll fit down in there snug just like that. That is not coming through that little hole. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So now the important part, we need to load the spring. There's no spring on there. It's not going either way. We need to have some tension on that spring to be pulling on that cord so that the cord will retract all the way tight. So to do that, we tuck this pull cord into the track like that, so it's nice and neat, and we turn it clockwise. That's half a turn. That's a full turn. Now I can start to feel the spring load up. There's half a turn, and there's another full turn. 2 full turns. That feels like it's right to me. So then we thread this through there, while keeping that. Don't lose your spring. You're loading the spring. So that's about a half to get my pull cord through. There. Now I got it. Now we got lots of. Oh, it's easy to slip. Let that go. We don't want it. Otherwise, we got to do it again. There. Good tension on. Right amount of tension. Now we got to make sure this knot doesn't slip. So I notice. I noticed that they did a double knot. See how that goes around twice and then goes in there? So that's how the manufacturer did it. So they know best. So we make sure we do the same thing. We go around twice. Get my fat finger out of the way. And then, okay, let's try that again. Need more space here. Around once. Once, around twice, and then you should be able to tuck it right in there if you can get your fat finger out of the way. That goes through there like so, and that's it. Now slide that all the way up so we don't have to cut it. And that's a strong, thick knot that's not going to pull through the handle. Boom. Check it out. That's about the right pull distance. Right? And we got good spring action. It's not dangling. If you don't load that spring, this is going to not pull down. It's going to dangle like this. You see people doing the saw like that. This is nice and tight. And that's exactly the way it is, the manufacturer. So that's it. Now we just reassemble this puppy, flip it over, put it back in. You can clean this out since you're in here. Grab your wife's toothbrush and go to town. Clean your saw. Get all that gunk off there. And cleaning is the worst part of every job. This should just easily go right back. The screws are still there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And my trusty tool is right there. And that's it. You could probably do this in the field if you had to, if you had the extra pull cord there with you. Now I'm going to throw a new blade on it. New Husqvarna blade for my chainsaw, but you don't need to see that. But I want to show you my next video, and you'll want to see this. I got these. These are worth about $300. Insulated bins. And someone has cut the corner out of every one of them. Like that, right? So I got these for next to nothing because they're damaged. Because someone cut the corner of it. I am going to plastic weld a triangular piece in there to return these into a good shape and usable product. That's what I'm going to do. First time ever. Plastic weld. Welding with plastic. This is going to be fun. Fire, heat, melted plastic going everywhere.